This is lecture 3.5 for statistics. And today we're going to talk about a 5-number summary. So a 5-number summary is important to us because we are still trying to describe our data. So, almost every homework problem that you have, someone has done research and they've collected data, okay? And we're constantly looking for ways to describe the data so that we can understand it and then be able to make decisions based off what we found. So the 5-number summary consists of 5 numbers that are pretty important in describing the data. So the first number is the minimum. The second one is the first quartile. The third is the median, which is the same thing as the second quartile. The third is the third quartile, and the last is the maximum. So let's say that once again we're trying to look at people's ages in a classroom. So let's say we had an 18-year-old and then let's say 20, 23, 40, 45, 50, something like that, okay? So if this was all the data that I collected, well, I can find the minimum. That would be the smallest number. That would be 18. The maximum would be 50. The median would be the middle number, which in this case is 23. And the Q1 is nothing more than the middle number for the lower half there. So it would be between 20 and 20, which is just 20. And then, so it's like finding the median of just this lower half. And then the Q3 would be this, right? So it'd be the average between 40 and 45, so 42.5. Now, you're not going to really have to find the Q1 and Q3, but sometimes it's nice to be able to conceptualize it. It's nothing more than cutting the numbers in half and then taking the median of the lower half and the median of the upper half. So that would be your first and third quartiles. So this 5-number summary, we write in order from smallest to largest. And if someone tells you it's a 5-number summary, then you know that this is the minimum, the Q1, the median, the Q3, and then the maximum. So we can put this on a picture, which oftentimes, a visualization helps us to have a better understanding of the numbers as well. So let's say I've got 0 to 50, and here's a 25, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So it's a little off, but it'll work. So what we would do is we would start at the 18, 5, 10, 15. So 18 would be somewhere around here. The 20 would be right here, and I'm going to draw a line where the 20 is. The 23 is my median, so I'm also going to draw a line there. The 42.5, so 30, 35, 40, 45, so it would be somewhere in here. And then the 50, I'm going to put a dot. So these 3 lines in the middle we connect and make it a box, and then we put what we call a whisker from there to there. So the left side, the furthest left, is your minimum. This first bar is your Q1, so here's my Q1. This middle bar is my median, my Q3, and then my max, and here's my min. So that's how it looks, and we call this a box and whisker plot. So I can look at this and determine some things. Because this whisker is longer than this one, then we call this skewed right. So this is skewed right, and that kind of makes sense with the data because, most of them are hovering down here, and then all of a sudden we pull up to the 50, right? So if the right whisker is longer, it's like you pulled it in that direction, so that's skewed right. Had the left whisker been longer, then it would have been skewed left. One that's symmetrical is going to look more like the median is in the middle, and the two whiskers are the same size approximately. But notice that the median, if a symmetrical box and whisker plot has the median in the middle, and then we pulled this to the right, the median actually remains. So by the time you stretch out the right, not only does the whisker stretch, but so does the right side of the box, and it makes the median appear to be to the left of center. So these are just some interesting concepts, and as you go through the homework, they're going to ask you questions in different ways that involve those kinds of observations. So questions 1 and 2, you're just going to read those box and whisker plots, and then starting in question 3, you can create your own 5-number summary or box and whisker plot. So I will show you how to do those on StatCrunch in a StatCrunch video. I think that's about it for this. So, all right, talk to you later.